wasabi is actually like it's like a rare food. You really just find it in super nice restaurants and in Japan. And a lot of wasabi is actually just dyed horseradish.
It's a mixture of horseradish, mustard, and food coloring, as a true wasabi is much costly. Wow. Are you a good liar?
I have a very strong intention not to lie. So
yeah,
I could be a good liar, but I just like don't lie. And then when Spencer will ever like try to catch me in something, I immediately, because I won't lie to him. So then I'll just start to giggle, but I won't also admit the truth.
Yeah, okay.
So
yes.
I'll just I'll laugh and be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you look guiltier by the second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I'd rather have than lie to him.
Totally.
But I will if he's like, Bianca, did you do that? And I'll be like,
I don't know. Yeah, you. I couldn't. You don't strike me as a great liar. That's a good answer though, to just right away be like, oh, well, I'd prefer not to lie.
Yeah.
I think we're the same way in that. But then with the sick thing you were talking about, that's what happens. As soon as I start to sniffle, and I'm like you said, I'm not sick. But as soon as it happens, someone goes, "Are you sick?" I'm like, "No."
You just be the most guilty ever.
I'm not sick, and I'm not. But I couldn't sound more guilty.
Yeah.
It's a tone problem, I think, with me is the thing.
Yeah. I really make a strong intention not to lie. And then therefore I look extremely
guilty. But then it's like sometimes when I'm telling the truth, I'm like too serious or trying to be playful. I do that all the time on stage where I'll say something to someone and I hear it like through the microphone. I go, that sounded so sarcastic and mean. And I meant it nice.
It's also funny that we're like, oh, I don't lie. And then like later on tonight, we'll be like, earlier today I was
you're right.
Canoeing. I lie all the time.
We are like two of the biggest liars we actually know. Yeah, we lie every night for pleasure and fun.
Yeah, it is kind of like a pet peeve of mine in comedy where somebody's just like, okay, the other day or this morning, yesterday I was with a friend. And it's like, just say I was with a friend. Like, you don't need to specify what day it was or when. I feel like it's almost more unbelievable.
Yeah. Earlier today, you're like, and you fleshed out this whole story.
Yeah, and it's perfect.
Yeah, yeah. I do that. I mean, I'm coming, and it's what, fucking October. I'm over a year engaged now.
Yeah.
And I'll go on stage and be like, I just got engaged. And I feel like a liar when I say that. It makes me feel icky.
So I'm done with the jokes now. I retired them, but there was a point where I was doing jokes about an ex, but while dating Spencer.
Yeah.
Or while dating my boyfriend.
Yeah.
And then so I'd be like, my boyfriend's small cock. I couldn't get it up. Stop doing cocaine. He's like, you're framing me in the worst way possible.
I was thinking about that because obviously I've known you for a while. And so it's like, I know that's not about him. I knew it was a previous joke. But I would watch people be like, is she just gonna say that about him? And I'd be like, it's actually not even about him, but he has to take that bullet. Until
I've moved out of the phase of the joke. Now I don't have anything like that about him, but like the one where I'm like, is this thing on? Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it's just like, oh, he couldn't get it up. And he's like, dude, you're making me have like a small non-working penis, and it's about your ex.
That is so funny. I didn't even think. And luckily he's a comic, so if he feels really wronged, he can go on stage and also lie about you. My fiance Erica, she just has to be like, I love you, honey. Keep your dream going on. And then she just has to be like, so like, I'm okay with that. Just like maybe not in front of like family or ever on social media. And you're like, that's a pretty like fair request. You have a normal life compared to mine. So I get it. Yeah.
It goes around her work and you're like, my druggy girlfriend.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. I can't. I had to like, this is I guess we should mention it. The pod is now back. This has been over a year hiatus. You're the second episode back on. But I had to go, like recently I had a couple friends, because early on, I mean, I did 143 episodes. So I was doing episodes in COVID before I started comedy, being like, I'm ready to do comedy, but I should start a podcast first. Yeah. Complete wrong way to do it, obviously. But I had like just guys on that are now like higher up in banking positions and like doctors and they're like, hey man, you think you could like delete the episode from 3 years ago where I talked about like shitting my pants at the bar? And you're like, yeah, that's fair. I guess when you Google search your name, it is the only thing that comes up because you're a normal human.
Yeah, I literally, I had to get a background check for an opportunity that I'm going for. And so then I tried to background myself.
Okay.
Background check myself first.
Yeah.
And I literally went to ChatGPT and I'm like, try to ruin me. But it pulled up like some of these podcasts that I just don't have the patience to watch. But I'm also like, who knows what's in there?
Yeah.
In some podcasts it pulled up, I'm like, I don't even remember doing this. Like, I truly don't have a memory of this.
You're like, I don't know what we said. I mean, I like, yeah, there's 143 episodes. I've had to say something that if I was an HR representative, they're going to be like, you can't work here and say that. And I don't think I've said anything like Shane Gillis cancel crazy like that, but I've definitely, you know, again, normal people doing normal jobs.
Yeah.
You can't. I think the first episode here I did solo on this pod and I debated for like 20 minutes. Would I rather sit on a cake and eat a dick or eat a dick and sit on a cake? I mean, that's
with yourself is a crazy debate.
I remember my dad called me. He's like, hey, I listened to the new episode. Maybe any other topic. Maybe any. I'm not saying I'm not proud of you, son, but like, could you talk about anything else?
What did you decide on?
I tried to be funny, so like I took the angle of I don't like cake, but I don't know if I'd like a dick. So I'll sit on a cake and eat a dick because I hate eating cake. That was like the funny take I took, which isn't that funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was just kind of
this is good stuff. You should bring this back.
Yeah. I mean, we do have Would You Rathers at the end, but I have another human to discuss it with. I remember I got a few suggestions after that, like, you should have guests. I was like, no, that's a good idea. It's a good idea.
That's so funny to propose an awful would you rather to yourself.
Yeah. Just like really for like 30 listeners. And it's like at that point too, when you're first launching a pod, it's just like only your friends and family listening. Oh, dude, there's no clips out.
I was talking with my boyfriend today. I don't know if I should call him that or
by his name. By his name. I don't care.
But we were talking this morning about like, I was like, what would you do if I woke up today and medically I was a 14-year-old? I went back.
You're like Benjamin Button's disease.
I'm the exact same person, but I woke up. I looked different. I looked younger. We went to the doctor, and they're like, "You're biologically 14." And he's like, "I mean, I can't date you."
You can't like go out in public,
no,
right?
He's like, I can't explain that to people. And I'm like, no, but it's still me. And he's like, I know, but you're 14. He's like, hit me up in 4 years.
Yeah, you might have to just wait on it, throw you in like a chamber and let you just cook for an extra 3-4 years. Maybe you could dress you really mature.
I was like, dude, I'll get injections or whatever. He's like, no, he's like, I've also seen photos of you at 14. You were like a sloth. You weren't cute. It's not like you like got hot overnight. You like got significantly worse looking.
Damn, that's so damn. You what if only other thought you could commit for 3 or 4 years to the religion of Islam and fully cover yourself in a burqa?
Yeah.
So that you could go in public, I guess.
Well, also, here's the thing. If I woke up tomorrow and I was 14 years old with all of the knowledge I still have now,
yeah,
God, I'll be so successful at 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have it nailed down.
Oh, yeah, stocks. I mean, dude, I bought my fake ID with Bitcoin. Dude, you know how close I was to being a millionaire?
I literally just made like a little video of this. It's so weird as a comic. Whenever you're just sharing an opinion that you have, but you've made content out of it, you're like, I'm telling you this so you know I'm not running a bit by you.
Yeah. In case I've seen it, I'm in my head, I'm like, is she doing her Instagram video on me? What the fuck?
Is she sharing a TikTok with me?
Yeah.
But literally, I went to Miami recently and I'm down there and you're looking at these like, just like douchebag, just hype these guys. And I mean, they're iced out. They got the money. They got the brands. And you're like, where do these guys get their money from? And it's like, oh, while I was being 14 years old in 2010, these guys were like selling drugs and using Bitcoin. Yeah. And now they're all multimillionaires and I'm eating shit. Like if I could go back in time, I would, I don't know, sell drugs in high school.
Oh, totally. Yeah. There's so many different choices you could make easily.
I'd get on the dark web when I was in 8th grade.
Oh yeah. I'd be on the Silk Road. I'd be like a drug dealer. I'd have Apple, Bitcoin, every stock I would have bought, AMC, GameStop. GameStop, Doge, all that bullshit.
Here's the thing, we say that, but then we see the new emerging things right in front of us. I mean, like Elon Musk is like, we're going to have robots in 2 years.
Yeah.
And we know that what's going to happen with that. They're going to be everywhere, and we could buy right now.
Yeah.
And neither of us are like.
Yeah, but I need I have like $100 of disposable income.
Yeah.
So there's not really that choice to invest.
Yeah.
You're just kind of stuck.
You're just waiting, and you're like, God, remember me.
Yeah. I would go back. I would do a lot of things different. Did you in high school, did you play any sports or no?
I joined cheer my senior year.
Oh, that's late. Yeah.
Well, I wanted to be part of a sport.
Okay, yeah.
So I actually was really good at soccer growing up. And then I moved going into like 7th grade.
Yeah.
And I missed like being able to walk onto the team. And so then I had to wait till the next year. And then I was like a really depressed middle schooler.
Yeah.
And then I skipped it. And then
you take a year off too as a kid. You just start to be like, there's so much better shit I can do. I don't want to do this
weed.
anymore. Yeah.
And then like in high school, I was just like a pothead running around, hanging out with friends. And then I was like, you know what? I miss the camaraderie of a team sport. I want to be a part of a team before I graduate. I tried doing soccer, and I mean, in soccer, they just move so fast. If you take a couple of years off, you're...
By college, or by like high school, at my high school, all the like truly good local guys weren't even on the high school team. They were on some feeder team or some like Barca 14 under feeder to like the big leagues team. So it's, yeah, I get it.
They just like swipe past you. But with cheer, I was small and I was like flexible. And so it was easy to add me to the team because they just put me in the air. So while everybody else was doing tricks,
you became a flyer right away.
I was just waving. I was just smiling and waving.
Wow, that's like a coveted. So my 2 sisters did cheer. So I grew up just going to like cheer swap, like cheer meets constantly all the fucking time. And like,
so hard for you, I'm sure.
I mean, well, it's when you're 12, that shit fucking sucked. Like, because it was like by the time I was in like high school, my parents were like, you don't have to go. And then it's like they're 2 to 3 years younger than me, but I'd be like 11 just stuck in like a gymnasium for 12 hours with nothing to do. Like that's shitty as fuck. But then I remember that the flyer position was like girls fought over that. That was something that beef started with.
I had a girl that would intentionally drop me.
Oh.
Because not to hurt me in like me specifically, but if she were a bad base, then maybe she could be a flyer.
Yeah.
And so like she would just be a bad base because she wanted to be moved up to a flyer. And I mean, after a minute of getting dropped, I got pretty hard in that girl's face. And I was like, I swear to God, if you put me on the ground one more fucking time, I'll lay you out on it. Like, I'm not fucking around.
Yeah, and it's also like a shitty thing because that flyer, like you said, it's coveted. Girls are dropping you on purpose. It's not even like a skill position. It's literally just like, hey, you're the fucking smallest and lightest.
Yeah.
So it's like from age 6, girls are just like, I'm not skinny and small enough. And you're like, Jesus Christ, dude. I remember like my sisters would be like, because one was small and tiny and got to be the flyer. And then the other one was big and had to be the base.
Yeah.
And no one wants to be the girl in the back that you only see her because she's like 6 inches taller than everyone on the team.
You know what she needs to do? Then you just have to be a really good tumbler. You know? Like then you just got to get nasty on the back flips.
You got to do flips. Yeah. Because that's how you go to like real college. Like college cheering is you have to be able to do like flips. They don't give a fuck if people can throw you in the air. Not anymore.
No. And I had like no intention to do anything past high school.
Yeah.
But my guy friends were on the football team.
Yeah.
And I had some girlfriends on the cheer team, and I was like, I just want to do the thing.
So you're like, fuck it, why not? And then you joined a sorority in college to keep the team thing. Tri-Delt, right?
Yeah. Deep dive.
I told you I did a little bit. I was like, I saw it on the Facebook and I was like, Tri-Delt. Wow.
Yeah, top house, not a big deal.
Wow.
I know,
Okay. Wow.
I know.
Congrats. That's big shit. Did you have to do any of the like cringe recruiting videos, the singing ones?
So I was in a sorority, and I loved being in a sorority. I would recommend it to people. I dropped after my 2nd year.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you only knew me we've partied.
Yes.
Now imagine that 7 days a week. You know, I was selling weed out of Tried-Out. Like
okay,
I was like trapping.
Trapping out Tried-Out.
I was trapping out Tried-Out. I had my own room. I was the only girl in the house with her own room.
Oh, because girls were scared of you. That's awesome. You were the top dog.
No, listen, my roommate got kicked out. The girl that was supposed to live with me got kicked out of Tried-Out. And so they wanted me to room with like a random girl. And I literally was like, I refuse. And then they're like, okay, well, the only way you can get out of this is if you get a doctor's note that says that you need to be alone.
Yeah.
I saw my mom's therapist and he was like, listen, I know your mother. So, and not like in a professional capacity, you can have all the space you want. And he wrote me a note. So I pushed the beds together and I had a king size room, like a king size bed in a room and Tried-Out. And then it had I was on the fire escape. So I had access to the outside.
You had a fucking king bed balcony in the sorority house?
Yeah. Oh, and we all just hung out. It was so fun.
Oh my God. I mean, that's crazy. If you would have stayed all 4 years, they would have renamed it like Bianca. It would just,
BBBB.
It would have just been your thing.
And then I also, so I joined Skit. So we would do like Homecoming and Greek Week. They would do like a Skit. Yeah. And I joined Skit and then I became head of Skit.
Oh shit.
And so then I also so then I also got a parking spot and I would just keep my bong in my car. And so we would just go out and we would drive to the frats because the frats are private property, so cops can't come on there.
Yeah.
So we would park in the frats and just hotbox the car. And in Mizzou, at Mizzou, it's cool because it's just literally.
I've actually been to Mizzou, so I'm familiar with it.
Yeah. So you've been in Greek Row, like the Greek streets. It's literally just rows and rows of fraternities and sororities. And so you're just living in blocks and blocks of all of your friends.
Yeah.
And so we used to go and just like, we would do weed Olympics and we would pop to all of the frats that we were friends with and smoke with them. People would like join us on the way and we would just get like zoinked.
That's
and then
so fun.
Go back and we had like the best chefs at the house. And
I forgot you guys get chefs at the sorority.
I actually did the math and it was because Tried-Out didn't do like a new house or anything. I think it's still like, I think it's a historical house. So when you have a new house on campus, they get fucked with fees and everything. It was actually more affordable for me to have a house, like live in Tried-Out with a chef than for me to go out on my own. Like it saved me so much more money. I think I spent like, I don't remember the exact numbers, but I want to say like under $10,000 for 9 months of rent and food.
That's amazing.
And like, so it, like first I was paying for
also, you were living in a fucking penthouse. Let's not forget this. This isn't, everyone's like, oh, that's a lot for a dorm. Dog, she was living in the top floor penthouse suite.
Well, and this was freshman year I lived in a dorm, junior or sophomore year I lived in the house. So if I would have gone out and paid rent somewhere, I would have been paying $10,000 in rent. Yeah. $12,000 if you're paying $1,000 a month, and then on top of that, food. Yeah. So I was actually like saving money doing what I was doing.
That's so cool. Wow. Yeah. And then this reminds me of, how like Eddie Murphy just became like so successful in stand-up so fast he just quit. It's like you with the sorority. You're like, there's no up from here. I'm already the fucking top. Because were you any like, there's like a president, right, of the thing? Were you any position?
No, I was just not.
That's fucking sick.
Oh, and they have this like standards. They're basically like their government. And I was getting sent to standards a lot. Yeah, dude.
No.
I was once the sober monitor for an event, and it's called, you would get Delta tapped. And if you got Delta tapped, that meant that somebody would come up and tap you, and it was too drunk. You're too drunk for the event, and you had to leave. Yeah. I got Delta tapped as a sober monitor.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like I was not their ideal pick for the rules.
Yeah, what's a Delta tap?
That means like
they just go like is
they're
there
just
like a certain way?
You gotta. It's essentially like if you get Delta tapped, it's more of like the way of saying you're getting kicked out for being too drunk.
How would you like? Is it like, does someone go like, hey, so Bianca, we're Delta tapping you, or is it just like, hey, so you're kind of fucked up, you gotta get out? Like, do they use the word Delta tap in it or no?
Listen.
You were too Delta tapped out to know.
I was too Delta tapped out to know.
Fuck, that's brutal. Okay, yeah, damn. Because I feel like sorority life has to just be infinitely better than fraternity life. I was never in one because I was in football.
I feel like the fraternities, they had like a brotherhood. As a female, I've always been jealous of like the brotherhood that men get. Like you get it on a football team, you get it in a fraternity. Like we had like a sisterhood, but like they like trauma bonded in a fraternity, you know? Like But the beauty of being in a sorority is like fraternities very much like kind of stuck to their own house. And then the sororities had access to all of the fraternities. So we had way more opportunity for friends. But all of this was only relevant like your freshman, sophomore year. And then I started working for a bar my sophomore year. Harpo's, shout out.
Nice.
And Harpo's at Mizzou and Chesterfield. But anyway, I started working for a bar, and then your bar family becomes like your friend group, you know? Because I was working like 6 days a week.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. So you were mad busy. Did you get to go before you left the sorority? Were there any like wild, like Project X type parties that you went to, or no?
I mean, the frat parties would get pretty fucking crazy too.
Yeah, they kind of live up to the hype. And I remember because I went to Murray, which was a lot smaller than Mizzou, but when we went to Mizzou on our bye week, we didn't party with the fraternities, but we were around everything, and I was like, oh, this is a different animal. This is SEC school. This is, you know, an enrollment of probably 30 to 50,000 students, not just like 12,000 students. It's a lot of motherfuckers partying out there.
Yeah. And I mean, the bar scene at Mizzou was crazy too. Like, I mean, I went back there and did a comedy show, which is so funny because I went and I brought Fuzzy Kilgee and Cam Patterson.
Okay, yeah.
And this was about almost 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was like right before Cam was taken off, and I was like, oh, these people don't even know what they're watching right now. I mean, we sold it out, but then we went out like that night and just like, I mean, these kids like party, like nightclub party. It's like,
because how old are you again?
I did 4.5 years, so I was there from 18 to like 20.
Okay, that's about like the
22 now.
Same age I was in college for. And I mean, now we're not even that much older than when we were, but I went out after like a show with David Jolly and Heath, and I couldn't tell, but I realized upon arriving that we went out with like a bunch of 21-year-olds to like the bar was buy one, get one free drinks, just in general. and like any mixed drink was $1.
Oh, we would do, I mean, we had those kind of deals, dollar shots, $2 Tuesday, everything was $1. I mean, as a bartender though, like working at that time, it's like you would easily make $400 a night, over $1,000 on a game day. So like I was pulling in cash,
good money,
all in ones, you know, like and then you would just give all your friends drinks for free. And then here's the thing is then you were connected with everybody else who worked at the bars, so then everywhere I went I drank for free.
And there's
so you're just
wow, it's like you joined basically just another community, which is fucking cool. I think everyone needs some sort of sense of community, even if it's just shitty like water cooler conversations with your coworker. It's like weird to not have human interaction. I
actually think that's like a big flaw that's kind of happening in society right now with so many people wanting to work from home. It's like we are like human beings, we are meant to have community. And it's like, that comes for a lot of people just going to work. Like you said, having the water cooler conversations, like having your work community. So if you're not like somebody who has a surplus amount of friends and now you're also not going to an in-person job, are you just waking up and sitting at home all day?
It's depressing. Yeah, it's like a cool freedom that you have to learn to balance, or else it genuinely makes you crazy.
I know someone who just quit their job to go to a work from home job. And I'm like, okay, but you don't work out, you don't travel. What are you just gonna like sit at home and like be in?
What's the point? I mean, for some people, like, you know, it's like, I get it if you're like a bit of an agoraphobe or you don't enjoy going outside, then sure, okay, I understand the appeal then of not going into a job. But I work here at this studio and it's a great job and I love it, but I've talked about how it's such a weird thing because I'm sitting and listening to people all day, so my brain is exhausted, like I've had a full convo with people all day, but I've also not spoke any words because I'm just stuck in the booth being silent. So I'll finish and I'll be like exhausted but like craving human attention, and it's like at least we get to go out to comedy and talk to people after. And if you just like went home and just sat by, what do you do?
You're a dog.
Yeah,
that's why dogs nap so much. And that's why they crave argument. They just sit there and listen to us talk and have a good time all day and eat good food. And they're like, God, this is exhausting.
I hope he gives me kibble later.
Yeah, I hope he gives me a pet later on.
Please. Yeah, that normal lifestyle is interesting. I'm always curious to talk to like comics about this because obviously like comedy's cool and like both of us, it's, you know, we're doing production side of stuff to help with rent a little bit, but we're, you know, getting to do it pretty close to full time, which is cool or whatever. Do you ever not like fantasize? Because I know people too get weird about the like, you can only think about success. It's only, but have you ever thought about like what you would be doing if you weren't doing comedy? Because you're from St. Louis, yeah?
Yeah. So what I finished school. So I mean, I have all like my degrees. I actually went to school. So I went to school for hospitality management and event coordinating with minors in business and sociology. And so my goal was to do like large scale events. Yeah. Which funny enough, very much relates to a lot of what I do in like comedy with producing. Yeah. I also think that I would have been great in politics. My issue was I started partying too young. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I'll never have a chance. But I do think that I would have been like...
but imagine like you in a pantsuit. Yeah. Nice lime green pantsuit. And then I could see it now on the 5 o'clock news. Next to is a picture of you in a gas mask bomb.
Yeah, which exists out there.
Yeah,
you know?
And I'm sitting there and I'm going, she's got my vote. Yeah. I don't know who she is, but I like her. She's got my vote.
I mean, I've had to prepare for that because like, you know, right when we were entering college is like when iCloud became a thing, you know, the cloud. It's like when we were in high school, if you lost your phone, those pictures were gone and they were really bad quality, whatever else. Now there's like things that exist of me out there. And
almost forever now.
Forever. And I've had to like kind of prepare myself for like, what if, and there's nothing that I did like bad, like hateful or anything like that, but like embarrassing for sure. Totally. And it's like, I have to just be mentally prepared to be like, yeah, I mean, I had fun. I'm a changed person. I do think people change, people grow, people evolve. If you're somebody who looks at somebody and is like, oh, you're that same person, to me, that's more of a reflection of you. Yeah. That you haven't changed and if you haven't evolved. Because I can look at myself 10 years ago and be like, oh, I'm not that person anymore. Right?
Yeah, totally.
I'm very forgiving for people as well. And if you are sitting in front of me being like, no, you are that person, it's like, no, all that says to me is that you are stuck in, you're not evolving.
I guess it's like, shit changes and you kind of never know where you'd be at. I think everyone deep down, it's, because it's not the like, because this was in sports too, where it was like, God forbid you were like, after football, I might want to do this. People would be like, and that's the problem. You're thinking about not being in the NFL. And it's just like, oh, dude, I'm just not going to be in the NFL. And it's like, I don't think of it in that comedy way. I almost think of it in like an envy way where like what we do is sick. But like I'd work all day yesterday and then I like got off at like 5 and then I was like, oh, I got to go run Rockies. Love that show. Love that room. But I was like, I can't believe I have to go, for lack of a better word, work another 4 hours. Like
that is the benefit of people who work 9 to 5s is when they leave the office, the work is done. Yeah. You know, like my work never stops. I wake up and I get on my computer and I'm doing shit. Then I go do spots. And then oftentimes when I come home for spots, I mean, granted, I put on a movie and I'm smoking a bowl, but I'm still working. I'm still putzing and playing and responding to things. Like I'm always doing something. Yeah. And I'm always on call. I always got to be checking. And so it's like, yeah, I mean, it just doesn't end. And with at least if you have a 9 to 5, there is a point where it ends.
Yeah, you get a break from it. But then it's like, then you have to find like other hobbies because it's, you know, you go like, oh, that's how, you know, I get why people read and rip through all these TV shows because you get home and you eat and you maybe work out and now it's like fucking 7. You don't have to be asleep for another like 3 to 4 hours. Like you're just chilling. And so I get how people have all these sides, but you know, comedy in a sense is our hobby and it takes up that time. But yeah, you start to kind of, I think I'd probably just move back home and be a barber with my dad. His dad was a barber. My daddy was a barber.
And I'll be a barber too.
It'd be something like that.
Yeah, if you're not a barber and you have a daughter, you should at least name her Barbara.
Barbara, you gotta carry on.
Keep the name going.
I got you, Dad. I got you.
Yeah, I will say I think about this all the time when it comes to people who work 9 to 5s. Is how do they have enough hours in the day? Like to go to a doctor's appointment, to go to the gym, to make dinner. You know, like do your laundry. It's like if you are really waking up and you're in the office, because we say 9 to 5, and it's not 9 to 5.
No, it's like 8.
It's 8 to 6.
Yeah.
Plus commute. So then you get home at 7, and you still need to go to the grocery store or work out or spend time with your significant other or your dog or whatever else. It's like these people, like, I feel bad. Somebody needs to redesign the work week.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unrealistic. I think about that all the time. I don't know how they do
fucking
it.
politics, dude. This is why we need you in a green pants suit. Yeah, talk about the workday. People would like that. Yeah. I could also see you just being like a Midwest mom, glass of wine, little Xanax in it. It's called you call it like Bianca's little treat, and you just get fucked up.
I'll plug it now. I haven't posted anything on it. I literally just started at an account called Low Key Trad.
Yeah,
because that's like, I have that traditional side of me. As much as I like to like fuck around and have fun and be involved in business, I like to make a soup and do a puzzle and clean my apartment and go for a walk. I play Sudoku.
Oh, I would love you just like a bottle of wine, half a Xanax, looking at a puzzle going, it's incomplete just like everything else, just having breakdowns. Oh, yeah, that would be, and I mean that with no disrespect, I could just see an alternate version. If you let all your vices and bad decisions win, you could totally go full trad wife.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, just coming home like, you hate your husband.
I was gonna say, if I married that guy that I wanted to at 18.
Yeah.
Oh,
you fucking you hate him, but like you have a Range Rover and unlimited, you have a wine cooler, so you don't care.
Yeah,
You're just excited.
Yeah, I'm PTO.
Yeah, you're like, I feel like I knew a lot of moms like that growing up where I was from, because, there was some money around where it was like, they weren't unemployed, but it was like, you'd come over and it was like, oh, what is, Bill's mom this month? And it's like, oh, she's selling clothes online. And you come my next one's like, she's selling candles. It's like, oh, her rich husband is funding her hobby so she doesn't eat a gun while he's at work.
Well, truly, I don't think that this is talked about enough.
Yeah.
I think that there is the stay-at-home mom dilemma. Like, I think that a lot of women opt to be stay-at-home moms. Mm-hmm. And then what ends up happening is they stay at home, their kids become their everything. The kids become the sole reason that they feel important.
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, their husband is going out and he's accelerating in his career and he's meeting new people and he's challenging himself and he's learning and he's coming home and he wants to now talk about all of these things from his day, and his wife doesn't understand anymore. And they just drift farther and farther apart, because you need to have interests, you need to have passion, even if that means you stay at home, but you volunteer or you have a side business or you do whatever, something that drives you and keeps you going. You need to have something besides your kids, or else the marriage is going to fall apart.
Yeah, because it's like the whole, you can be everything for your kids, but then it's like, like you were saying, as soon as they hit age 6 to 18, they're now Monday through Friday gone 9 to 5.
And you start unraveling.
You're just stuck all day. I mean, like, I can't. If I get a few free days by myself, and it's like I don't have responsibility. I can't imagine. You'd spiral out of control.
And I also like, if I were in that position as a man and I go home and I'm working, I want to come home and I want to talk about like my day or the things I saw in the news or interesting things. And then the only thing that I can talk about with you is these kids. I'd be like, I don't want to fucking hear about these kids anymore.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about something real,
Yeah.
And I think that is like a real big problem with women that decide to stay at home, is they stop having their own passions.
Yeah, but nothing a glass of wine and Xanax can't fix.
Yeah, and that's why they got to dumb themselves down with a glass of wine and Xanax, because it's like, just make it through another day.
They're just kind of pressing fast forward on the day.
Yeah.
Which I get it. If you just like, it's like, okay, my whole life walks out the door by 7:30 and they're all not back till 4 o'clock, and I cleaned the house yesterday, didn't get dirty overnight. Like, what do? Yeah, I guess I'll have some wine, and then you just spiral. That'd be
And it's like they park their inhibition at the door and then they just never go back to it. It's like, dude, you were like, at one point you were smart and you were creative and you had drive, and you can still tap back into that. Like,
yeah. We should do a trad day where me and you get together at like 8 and we invite like Spencer and Erica over at like 6 and we just get wine and Xanax fucked up, and we get, you never spend enough time with me.
Just start complaining. Yeah. It is funny though, because like, Spencer being so in, like the guy that he is, like being into Broadway plays or like Hamilton and everything. Like if I hang out with you, or if I hang out with Sam and Derek, or like something like that, some of our other friends in comedy, I'll watch like my boyfriend connect with the other woman.
Yeah.
And then me standing by the guy being like, chicks.
Yeah, you get that. I'm having that problem because like Erica is like, makes more money than me, and she like works a job, and I have a work from home job sometimes where I get to stay home and I'll like clean, and like she came home the other day and I was just like, she sat down on the couch, started playing on her phone, and I was like, you didn't, comment on how clean the house was, and I've just been waiting for you to come home all day. Maybe you could disconnect. She's like, I just want food. And I was like, oh no, I'm your bitch wife right now. Like, it's fully flipped. I'm getting home and your phone is you sitting on the couch and watching the game, and you just want a beer. You just want a glass of wine. And I want to talk to you about feelings and how I thought that like chrysanthemums would bring the room out. And you're like, I just want to watch my show.
Yeah. Why don't you have hot dinner on the table?
Do you like your life? And I'm like, I do. Okay.
Yeah, I know. It's a thing.
It's so odd. And you know what? I wouldn't trade it for anything. When I go, babe, can you send me rent? And she sends me more money. I go, I'll be the bitch wife all day, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not making money. I would feel bad if I was like true zero income. I make enough to support myself. She just happens to have a good job and make more than me.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, you make double my money. I'll clean the toilets every day. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. You're supporting me and our child, Dale.
Yeah, our son. He's going to starve. He needs to eat.
I make a hot meal for you and the family every night. Dale sitting there watching his parents fight.
Please stop, Mom and Dad.
When you guys went out of town, he came over and we cooked for him, and he just hung out all day. And he's like, it's crazy that I just get schlepped to a different couple.
Yeah, he is like a support animal for couples. Like he's like it's like everyone's trying out having like responsibility in a kid. They're like, okay, so we're going to be gone. Can you guys take care of Dale while we're gone?
Yeah.
He needs beans and lentils and PB&Js. Don't feed him after midnight.
PB&Dales.
PB&Dales. And he's like a mogwai. Don't get him wet. Don't feed him after midnight.
Yeah, fettuccine Delfredo.
Fettuccine Delfredo. Dude, we've talked about this. You look so much like the Gen V girl.
Yeah.
And I was talking about the show with our friend Zach Silverman because he watches it, and I was like, oh, the episode last night was fire. Are you all right? Did you like this part? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, do you feel weird watching Bianca for 45 minutes every week? And I was like, I do. It is insane. You had an interesting take on it, though, where you were like, yeah, it pisses you off.
Yeah.
Because you're like, clearly I was what someone wanted for a film,
yeah, and
right?
I was just not there.
Yeah, wrong place, wrong time.
I love that the character that looks the most like me has the coolest power on the show.
Coolest power. Yeah, I mean, also too cool that it's not like... It's like an attractive woman too. It's not like everyone's like, that looks like you, and you're like, that's the like ugliest person on the show.
Have you ever done that to somebody where like, dude, you look just like Jack Black? And it's like, oh, you kind of feel bad saying it to him.
People would all the time say it was easier to see when I had shorter hair, but I would get that I looked like Anders from Workaholics.
Oh no, dude, you're definitely Shaggy from Scooby.
And I'll take that. Whatever. It was like they would say that you look just like him. I'm like, that hurts my feelings. I've never saw Anders Workaholics and even been like, nice.
That's hot.
Yeah,
I mean, listen, the girl from Gen V is a much better upgrade. I used to get Sid the Sloth. All right. I used to get one of the chickens from Chicken Run.
Okay, that's brutal.
So honestly, we're in a category I can hang out in.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. My fear is, there's like, I don't even remember her name. There's Margot Robbie, and then like the girl that looks just like
Margot Robbie, and then there was like Natalie Portman, and then like Keira Knightley.
Yeah. But what if the girl from Gen V, what if she's Margot Robbie and I'm just the girl that looks just like, like where you can't even remember my name?
Yeah, but at least you'd be just the other girl. You're so close to Margot Robbie in that scenario.
And dude, I've also gotten Alex Cooper, who does the Call Her Daddy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, this is all great, but they are so much more successful than me. And the last thing you want is to be like, hey, there's already somebody doing the thing that you want to do, but better. That's like the worst.
They look just like you. They like what you like, but they're doing it better. And then, because it was funny because I got on the show early and I was like, oh my God, the first episode, I was like, Erica, that's Bianca. And she was like, oh my God. And then we were like buddies, but I don't think we were close enough. And it was the thing where I was like, I'm going to message you about it. And then I was like, the problem is that's such like a guy way to hit on a girl.
Yeah.
Is to just be like, oh my God, you look like Megan Fox. And I was like, you know, I have a girl, but also I don't want to just like message you and be like, yo, you look just like this girl I'm watching everywhere. And then you're like, okay, weirdo. That's crazy.
Dude, I actually got it so much when it first came out that I watched The Boys just to get to Gen V so I could watch.
Yeah.
Like I had to hit the domino, but I was like, I need to see what all this hullabaloo's about.
Yeah, what are they talking about?
And I found out and I was like, pretty uncanny.
Pretty
uncanny. And then I'm like, I'm just so glad she's so cool.
Yeah, it's a good character. Because, yeah, I remember you telling me you're watching it. That's when I was finally like, oh, wow, yeah, you do kind of look like her. And it's like, I've been thinking it since the first episode came out.
And by the way, and I touched you once and I knew you've been thinking about it.
Every time I'm around you, I just go, Gen V, Gen V, Gen V. It's the only thought regurgitating in my head. Do you want to do, we do some Would You Rathers on this podcast. Dude. Like we talked about before, it won't be any sitting on cakes and eating dicks. But, okay, would you rather... We're kind of talking about this with like the sorority thing a little bit. Would you rather get free food for life, but it always has to be takeout, or have a personal chef, but you could never eat out again? And the rules that it had with it were like, the food can never be eaten at restaurants, but no limit. So you can get takeout from anywhere, but you can't eat it there. It needs to be taken away. And then the chef, he'll meal prep for you if you're like, well, I don't want to wait for it to cook. He can cook pretty much anything. It's a really good private chef.
Private chef,
easy?
No problem.
Yeah.
Because one, when you get takeout from restaurants, it's always not as good as eating at the restaurant.
I didn't even think of that.
Two, they put that hot food in those plastic containers. That's the trad side of me. I'm like, I don't love.
Yeah.
And then also it's like they cook with so much butter and fats, and so you don't know what's going into it. And an opinion I have on restaurants nowadays is, unless you're going to like a really good farm to table or like family owned restaurants, they all taste the fucking same because they all buy all of their products from the same, like Cisco and these like big corporations.
Yeah.
Their chicken, their fries, everything, it's all the same. So it's like going out to eat at these mass produced restaurants isn't even good anymore.
No, and it's like anywhere from like Denny's, which I love Denny's, but I was on the lower end of like chef respect, to like right before right before you get to like unique places, but like obvious, like you were saying, like a Cheddar's or a BJ's, good food. The level of chef is like that.
There's no difference.
It's all just some dude who was a dishwasher and worked his way up, and is now the chef. Like that's what it was at the restaurant I worked at, and the one I worked at after that, in most places. So yeah, you're right. Getting a good private chef can probably cook meals better than most places you could eat at. And I mean, I try to pick ones that obviously we can debate and argue for a minute, maybe don't agree on, but I didn't even think about basically the Uber Eats facet of it.
Yeah.
I despise Uber Eats. I hate Uber Eats. One, it's so much more money. Everyone knows that. But you pay so much more money for your food to be lukewarm and shitty.
And again, sitting those, like, think about this. If you get pho, that's like, I don't do Uber Eats a lot, but there's the certain foods I do get from Uber Eats are the type of foods that you go and you're getting to binge out on your couch.
Yes.
So like a pho or an Indian food.
Well, pho, they also
else.
like, dude, shout out the Asians. They're sending that shit over in like a thing with like a nuclear waste label that's like, hot, don't fucking touch. And you get that shit from Uber Eats, you're like, fuck.
Exactly, because they literally, it has to be hot enough for it to like cook your meat, and then they're putting that in a plastic container. So it's like you are literally like consuming so much plastic when you're going and eating that. It's like crazy. And so it's like, I also just like feel shitty. And then the amount of waste that they give you, all of those plastic containers. If I were to eat out for the rest of my life, I would truly feel like a piece of shit.
You'd feel bad. You also like, you know, if you're getting takeout, or I assume it didn't have in the rules, but I assume you can get food delivered then with takeout. Yeah. The other caveat is if you live in an apartment like we do, like in mine is like you need a code to get in and an elevator, and you have to go through like a certain way. Like I now have to leave my apartment anyway to get the food.
You also have to plan ahead at least 40 minutes to an hour every time you want to eat.
Brother, I could have just drove there and back. Like the only time it makes sense now to me is like truly like a treat, or I'm just unable to drive because I'm too fucked up. And again, I'll just walk and get food there.
I know. I very rarely use Uber Eats or Grubhub like I did on Sunday because we were so cashed out from the live taping. We just did Indian food, but like it's a rarity.
Yeah, I think with the Uber Eats, it's a rarity. It feels like a fucking waste of money. And then the personal chef, like, because like we both can cook decent, so we've both done it where you go in the kitchen, you go like that, and you make like little creation or just what you wanted. But imagine if you could just get home right now and like, I don't know, man, I'm craving like a fucking prosciutto and chicken balsamic sandwich. Just ask for that with arugula, and he just like cook. That's so cool.
And here's I love to cook, and cooking is a therapy for me.
Yeah,
I think I'm able to justify cooking in a busy day because it's like we are humans, we need to eat, and I want to eat healthy, so therefore I can take this hour, 2 hours, whatever it is, to make my dinner and like unplug and enjoy. And I love to just like, I look forward to cooking. I look forward to cooking all day on a Sunday, doing soups, pastas, whatever. Cutting that out of my life, I think, would actually have a negative impact on me.
Wow, I guess you didn't. I mean, because I guess you're not cooking either. Like you have a personal I mean, I guess I don't know the rules on
But even with the personal chef, even if I'm like in the kitchen, I'm cooking with somebody, but like doing the takeout.
Coming home, like you threw something in the crock pot, or like you come home and your partner's cooking something and you're just like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, yes.
Yeah. And something I've realized getting older too is cooking is a love language. And like I look back on my aunt making Thanksgiving dinners every year and having like a beautiful, amazing Thanksgiving, and then like eating it. We're like, thank you. And it's like, no, dude, this costs so much money, so much time, so much effort. Like cooking, I've realized, like I had a friend come over and I made her fettuccine Alfredo and Caesar salad, fettuccine Alfredo. And I like, after buying all of the nice ingredients and coming home, I'm like, oh, I've spent like $100 on this meal. It would have been actually cheaper for me to go out. And it's like, and you put the time and the effort in that, but you do it because you love the person and you want to do that for 100%. Them. But it's like, I feel like we extremely take advantage of cooking, people who cook for us. And I think it's important to cook for other people so you know that value. And don't take it for granted.
It's a very nice way to show respect to just like us. That's why I love hosting people. I mean, we've done soup nights and game nights where it's like, you cook, and I'm not getting there and being like, so all the ingredients for the soup, it was $29.99. So if everyone can send me 7, it's like, no, you just do it and you eat it and you have leftovers and you go like, it is what it is. I guess you're right. This is not even close to, I guess I love eating out because I cook a lot. So it's like a treat. And I think truly what the association is like, I can cook a meal better than a restaurant, sure, like, but though there's so much work, there is a niceness of like getting like I love 888, such a good little Thai spot, and just having it like, boom, it's just ready for you. That is the reward, and a personal chef gives you that. It's the best version of takeout.
And it's healthy. I care so much more about like what I put into my body now too. Like the other day I woke up, I was running late, so I just had like a bagel and cream cheese. And I was like thinking about it, and like literally the only thing I'm running off of as fuel is like bread and cream. Like that's great. Like, you know, you need vegetables and fruit, and like I just wouldn't trust getting all that from a restaurant.
No, I totally agree. This other would you rather be stuck on a roller coaster for 24 hours straight or a Greyhound bus for 72 hours straight? Rules: the roller coaster is medium thrill level, like one loop, a few big drops, so it's not anything crazy. The Greyhound bus has somewhat working air. It's traveling from Pine Bluff, Arkansas to Jackson, Mississippi.
Greyhound bus.
Greyhound bus?
Yeah.
Why? Because I'm worried about the crazy people on the bus, and I picked I googled poorest place in Arkansas, poorest place in Mississippi, and then high crime. And so I tried to put you with the worst people on this bus, I suppose.
I think I would find the back corner. I'd be maced up with a knife. So you could only come at me from one direction if that's what it came down to. But at least you could pop a window open. At least you can have stops, go to the bathroom. What am I pissing myself on this roller coaster for 24 hours? I'm also not a huge roller coaster girl. And I just think that would I think that would fry my brain. On a bus, I can listen to podcasts, I can read a book, I can...
What, is there because the first one was one I found online, and then this one was one I wrote, and I was debating, does it change the question at all if the time stays the same on the Greyhound bus, but the roller coaster is only 10 hours? because that was what I originally wrote. And then I thought that was too easy to pick the roller coaster. I guess on this Greyhound bus too, I'm assuming that like the bus will stop, but you can't get off it. Because you're stuck on both.
For 72 hours, you don't want me to get off a bus?
3 days on a bus, but
because that's an important detail. Then I would go roller coaster because I'm not gonna be pissing myself on the bus.
Well, Greyhounds have bathrooms on.
Oh, okay, then that's fine.
Yeah.
Still bus.
I
feel like I would get literal brain damage if I was on a roller coaster for 10 hours. Straight.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Even the 10 hours. Yeah, I think you'd have to do something like as low as like 6 hours. Because don't get me wrong, 3 days on a bus would suck ass. Even if you could get off. Even being able to get off would still suck. And the people that ride, have you ever ridden a Greyhound bus or one of those buses like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are insane people on them.
Yeah.
And it would be weird, but I guess you're right. Just the overall roller coaster, the whiplash, just over and over.
You'd have neck problems. You'd have brain injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're going personal chef and Greyhound bus for 72 hours.
Yeah. I think I'm playing MASH.
Yeah.
You remember that game as a kid where it'd be like, oh, you live in a mansion.
The little cootie catcher thing.
No, it'd be where you list 3 boys, and then I pick one, and then 3 girls, then I pick one, and then it's you list a number, and then you cross it off, and then,
I was thinking of the one
cootie catcher.
Yeah, where it's give me a color and a number, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, so MASH is okay, fine. You get personal chef, but you also have to ride a Greyhound bus to work, and then
that is fun. Damn, playing MASH on here would be a fun idea too. There was you unlocked a memory of a childhood game I forgot about.
If you had an assistant, and then who was just counting it all while we were talking, and then at the end reveals your life.
That would be fun as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're about to wrap up here. I know where you're from, so then I tried to look up some St. Louis fun facts.
Oh, hell yeah.
Did you know that the tallest man ever is from St. Louis?
Oh.
Do you know how tall he was? You want to guess?
7 feet 8 inches.
It's close. You're not even close.
Okay, 9 feet 3 inches.
Your weight 8 foot 11 inches.
Whoa.
He's that guy's 2 feet 8 inches taller than me.
A lot of weird people are actually not weird, but people you wouldn't think are from Missouri, especially because when you think about it, Lewis and Clark were the people who did the gateway to the Midwest. We expanded from St. Louis. St. Louis was the hub we expanded from. We had one of the world fairs there. So Mark Twain is from Missouri.
Yeah.
Daniel Boone, Lewis and Clark. A lot of historical figures are from the Missouri area. So the world's tallest man, I bet you he was alive probably early 1900s. Yeah. So it's
I didn't even think about it. Yeah, because it was kind of the center of America for
that was
or
the
West
forefront.
Coast. Yeah, for a while. That's crazy. Yeah, because it says you guys invented 7-Up, which I thought that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then you were the first city with the modern Olympics and a modern car accident.
Oh.
Yeah, the Special Olympics and a woman were driving, but that's not important. Have you ever had Emo's Pizza?
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
I love Emo's.
Okay, cool. I love that.
I love Emo's. We invented a cheese. Good for us.
Yes. What is the cheese called again?
Provel.
It's
a St. Louis or a Missouri thing.
Yeah.
Provel cheese. We also have gooey butter cake is something that Missouri invented.
Oh shit.
Toasted raviolis, pork steaks, which is a cut of meat that not everybody uses, but they do in St. Louis. It's the steak from pork.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a couple of things that were invented in St. Louis. I believe also waffle cones. That was
another one I saw. Yeah,
that was because of the World Fair. It was actually an ice cream vendor was next to a waffle vendor, and he ran out of cones or containers, and so then he went to the waffle vendor and rolled up the cone.
That's kind of sick.
Yeah,
it sounds almost not real, but I love that. I love stories like that where it's they kind of just accidentally created something that's awesome.
Accidentally beautiful.
Accidentally, yeah.
I will take the moment to plug Missouri as a whole and in St. Louis, specifically, because so many people shit on it. And I think it's because it sounds like misery. Growing up, we were always told, oh, misery. And it's Missouri is a beautiful place. So lush and so green. And we've got the Blues. We used to have the Rams, RIP, but now we've got the XFL team.
Yeah.
We've got the Cardinals. We've got
you got kind of
history, art,
flat land, a little bit of hills. You got greens, the whole
Lake
Cape
of the
Girardeau is
Ozarks.
beautiful.
Yeah.
The Ozarks too. Yeah, it does get shit on because it gets lumped in with the Missouri, Mississippi, Kentucky, like Arkansas, what America considers like the garbage states. And it's like, I think you could include the other 3 I listed in those. I wouldn't fight that, but I think Missouri does kind of earn its separate. Like, if you've ever got, like, I went to St. Louis. I loved it. The whole ballpark village. They got all the breweries. Amazing. Invented most of the beer that we drink, which is pretty fucking sick.
Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah.
Dude, where Missouri also got pretty fucked is that, so St. Louis, Missouri, which is like the area that I'm from, East St. Louis has obviously a horrible reputation, but that's on the Illinois side. Like, truly over the bridge, we cannot govern them. They are not part of us.
Yeah.
Then Kansas City, which is another fantastic city in Missouri, is on the Kansas side, is named after Kansas.
Yeah.
And it's on the Missouri side. Well, it's a little bit of both, but like the majority of it, the city part of it is on the Missouri side. So a great city gets ruined by a city in Illinois, and another great city gets taken from us because of Kansas.
Damn.
I know. So we actually have 2 great cities, and they're both getting kind of robbed from us.
Yeah, that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Because all you guys are known for is like the arches. That's what most people think of.
Yeah, but we got great history museums, great art museums.
Provel cheese?
Great parks, Provel cheese.
Which I didn't realize is a combination of, do you know what it's made of?
It's like, I know it's like an invented cheese.
Cheddar, Swiss, provolone. That's all normal. And then I was like, because I love emos. I've had it like 3 times. We played southeastern Missouri State SEMO, like right in Cape Girardeau for my last ever game, and I opted out of the bus home so that we could stop and get emos, me and Erica. Really good. The weird taste, and it makes sense, is that they put liquid smoke in the cheese. Are you familiar? Which is like a weird cooking thing in general to use. Like, I've heard it's a very hard, I've smelt it and seen people use it, but it's a thing that can like ruin a dish really fast. And they somehow have like made it fit in the cheese, but I get why people wouldn't like it, because that is like almost, it's like a truffle-esque flavor where it's an acquired taste.
You know, I have a friend who's got that like cilantro soap gene that just cannot stand the taste of cilantro, and maybe that's kind of like a liquid smoke thing.
Liquid smoke, liquid smoke also would be a sick rapper name.
Dude, actually, it's a fire rapper
name. Like, coming to the stage next, it's liquid smoke. Yeah,
and his counterpart, Provel cheese.
Provel cheese is the hype man who comes out. Y'all feeling cheesy tonight? Let me hear you go. Provel.
Young Provel. Yeah. Dude, you want to know?
Provel.
You want to know a food fun fact?
Yeah.
Food fun fact.
Yeah.
Wasabi is actually like it's like a rare food. You really just find it in super nice restaurants and in Japan, and a lot of wasabi is actually just dyed horseradish.
Really? Yeah, it's a rare food. It's often used. Whoa. It's a mixture of horseradish, mustard, and food coloring. As a true wasabi is much costly. Wow.
Yeah, same with truffle oil. I mentioned that because you mentioned truffle oil. Truffle oil, like, I believe even Gordon Ramsay was like, it's like the most bogus thing in cooking now, because it's like not even real truffle oil.
It's up there with Wagyu in terms of like Fugazi, where I'm just like, Dairy Queen doesn't have a Wagyu burger.
Yeah.
It can't.
Yeah, I don't want your Dairy Queen truffle Wagyu burger.
Yeah, get the fuck out of it. Dude, you're like blowing my mind. This is amazing, because it says that for a wasabi, it's a real wasabi is a semi-aquatic plant that needs very specific conditions to thrive, running water, shade. The whole process of planting, growing, and harvesting is an 18-month process that can only be done by hand.
Yeah.
Wow. How much do you think it costs per pound? It's under 100. I'll give you that, so you don't guess.
78.
That's it's 70 per pound. Good guess.
Thank you.
70 per pound, though. I mean, to put that in perspective, my favorite cut of steak is like a ribeye. That's about 15 per pound. Like a good ribeye, good one, maybe 20.
Well, dude, when I go to the grocery store, I go to the grocery store. One of my favorite things to do is go super high and just walk around, and I read ingredients and I check the price per ounce. When you look at what a lot of junk food is, price per ounce, you are better off buying a steak. Yeah. Like, it is so costly to buy like that $5 bag of chips that's got none in there.
And it's half full. Yeah, it's just air.
And it's, it's like you're better off. You're actually getting more value for your dollar going and buying a steak.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn, I like this. Damn, you might have just invented a new segment, fun food facts. I might have to look up some fun food facts.
Especially
every
about
episode.
people's like states or cities.
Yeah. This is a very fun episode. Thank you for doing it. It was the first one we recorded being back.
Wow.
So thank you for doing it.
I tried to think of a would you rather while I was sitting here.
Okay, yeah. I you know what's funny is I would ask my guests to come with one, but I felt like it was rude to ask people to prepare things for a pod, because you're already being like, hey, can you take like an hour out of your day to come do my pod? That's not crazy successful. Like, I get it, but what, you got one or no?
I tried to think one in the moment. It's not great.
No, let me hear it.
Would you rather have the gross white things in the corner of your mouth for the rest of your life?
Yeah. Okay.
Or like a small but always visible booger?
Wow, this is a really good one. Okay. So some arguments. Like, I think for you, booger is easy choice. You're short. Everyone's looking up my nose. Sorry, that sounded so mean
for
at
you,
first.
Obviously, booger.
Obviously, you're the booger bitch.
You're because you already got that going
on. Because you're short. Everyone's looking up my nose.
I always look at people like this now.
Yeah. I'm just gonna become the most autistic, insecure person. Like, the booger's tough. Although, like,
dude, people having those white things in the corner of their mouth is so gross.
And this is like
and you're a talker for a living.
Yeah, and this is such like a dumb brain thing to do. I understand why someone has a booger in their nose. Maybe they were picking. Maybe they sneezed. Maybe it just fell out. I don't understand why this happened, so it's grosser to me.
Yeah.
Which is very dumb, smooth brain to do. But it's literally just like, I can't explain that phenomenon, so it's more icky to me.
Yeah.
Because it, like, I associate it with like the Dave Chappelle crackhead. I'm always just like, when I see something like that, I'm like, what was the last month?
Like this,
what was the last month you consumed water in?
Yeah.
How many months? Like, it's just, wipe it off. I'm gonna go with having a booger in my nose.
So now here's this. So you choose booger. So what's left on the table is the white film in the corners of your mouth.
Yeah.
Or hair as thick as spaghetti. So all of the hair is your head.
Yeah.
But the circumference and thickness of a spaghetti noodle.
Oh God. And so, like, I get long hair and stuff now, so it's like staying wet for longer. It's picking shit up.
It's just, it looks weird.
It's getting mad.
Like a Play-Doh doll.
I think I'm gonna go with the hair because I feel like less people will comment on it because they might just go like, "Oh, he's exotic," and I don't want to be racist. And maybe
you
it's
could
like
dread it or something.
I could like dread it, and maybe you go like, maybe he's like an albino, and you never want to like shit on a black person's hair or like anyone's hair. So it's like, let's keep it cool. Whereas like the white stuff, again, you're just like, dude, you can use my personal chapstick to make that stop. Like it's so gross. I'll go with the hair. I actually think the hair is the number one choice out of all three of those. I'd rather have the spaghetti hair than a booger in my nose.
Okay.
Because the booger is gross. I just feel like what the deciding factor for me here is, while the booger is insane, I know a bunch of people that would see a booger in my nose and say nothing.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I believe we're two people that live by the moniker of like, if there's a booger in my nose, fucking tell me. Please be like, hey, you got something?
I would tell you.
But so many people won't, which means that it's like kind of acceptable.
Wait, I have a good follow-up.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I know we're supposed to end this, but this being said, we clearly have gotten to the point where you hate the white shit in the corner of the mouth.
It's pretty low.
Now, how would this change your relationship if your fiance Erica now has to take that burden? You get booger, but then she has the white shit in the corner of her mouth for the rest of her life.
God. And you can't clean it off.
No, you can't clean it. You got to make out with her.
Dude, because I would like, when like dogs lick other dogs' eyes clean, I'd do that to get the white stuff off if I could.
It never goes away.
It wouldn't bother me, but the problem is it would bother me when I would be losing an argument. That I'm like in the wrong and she's dunking on me and I got old crusty white mouth here talking shit. I can see it moving. That would piss me off, dude.
Dude, I think that you'd be able to go through with it, but at like 20 years of the relationship, you're unhappy and you don't know why. It's just because he's got gross white shit on the corner.
Oh, yeah. Those are good ones. I like those are good would you rathers. I might when we get Dale and now I guess chronologically that would blow people's mind is to see you bring up one that we already did, but that's a good one. I'll definitely gonna bring that up to someone at some point again on the pod.
Yeah.
But
please do.
Dude, thank you so much. This was a really fun episode. We did an hour. It flew by. We're like over an hour. You know, if you want to plug anything, Instagram, anything like that.
Well, for those of you guys who don't know, we just did a live taping this past Saturday. Brandon's the producer on it.
Yeah.
Was that what you
producer is the title? I would like someone call it an engineer.
You'd be more like a director.
Yes, actually, yeah, I'd be the director.
I'm the producer. You're the director.
You can even be. You want EP credits? You want executive producer?
Yeah, I'm EP.
Okay.
You're D. You're big D.
We'll give Dale. Dale gets P. He gets to be a producer.
P.
Yeah.
So we've got a live taping. Anybody who sees this, follow Laugh Higher. Yeah. Watch out for the very talented people in our city, Austin, Texas, doing comedy and highlighting them. So that'd be what I would like to plug. Yeah,
make sure guys go give it a follow. Laugh Higher will be in the bio. Please, if you've listened this far and you haven't, subscribed, please, that really helps. But other than that, thank you guys for listening, and thank you for letting us be your last resort. See ya.
Thank you.
Yeah. Check it out now, it's like this Shaw, it's like that Anna, it's like this Shaw, it's like that Anna, like that. Check it out now, check it out. This one right here is about a girl, and you've seen this girl before if you've been to any club in the whole wide world. Check it out, her nickname's Last Resort.